Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are making a casserole. Now we have over 1,300 recipes on Catherine's plates. We're out of ideas, almost. My husband found a good casserole for us. It sounds so delicious. It is hot chicken salad casserole. It has chicken, it has rice, it has vegetables, has a creamy, delicious sauce, and then we're going to top the whole thing off with an irresistible crunch. This is a Southern classic, it seems like. If y'all are ready, first thing we're going to do, let's make the rice. You're going to need 2 cups of cooked rice. Now I'm using my rice cooker, or you could just use your standard medium pot. You're going to want 2 cups of water. That's 1 and 2. And then we're going to add in 1 cup of long grain white rice. Now the rice we're cooking measures 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of liquid. But we're going to use standard water with this one and not flavor it with any chicken broth. Here we go. Oh. We're going to add it to our pot here. We're going to place the lid on. We're going to turn it on. It's going to cook the perfect rice in 20 minutes. All right, as I'm cleaning up my spilt rice over here, you can use a medium pot for the rice. You don't need a rice cooker. You can put the same amount of water and the rice that I did right here into the pot, bring it to a boil on high heat, turn it down to low, put a lid on it, and cook it for 20 minutes. Now you want to start preparing everything, and while the rice is cooking, we're going to go ahead and get that chicken going. We are using a fully cooked chicken. So this is a rotisserie chicken that you can find in the deli section of your store if you want to use that. I'm going to place this on a cutting board. Now you can make your own chicken for this recipe. That's totally fine. If you want to bake your chicken, boil your chicken, if you want to cook it in the crock pot or in your Instant Pot, that's totally fine. You need about 2.5 cups of cooked chicken. So I'm going to start chopping up the chicken, taking the bones and the skin off, and then chop it into bite-sized pieces. I didn't figure you'd want to watch me chop this up. There we go. I'm going to be sauteing up just a few vegetables. I'm going to be using a zucchini, or you can use mushrooms. We're going to use a little bit of celery. Doesn't celery go well with chicken salad? And some onion. I'm going to cut it all about the same size. So with the zucchini, I'm going to cut about half of this because this was pretty large. So I'm going to just put it in my chopper. You want about 2 cups of vegetables. And then we're going to take an onion and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut it in half, cut the half in half, and we'll chop that up. These are small dices, which is what I'm looking for. Ah, look at that. That's what we want right there. I'm going to bring the burner over. We're going to place it on a medium-high heat. Add a little bit of olive oil. We're going to let the oil heat up. Smells good in there. So we put it all in there. It'll soften down. We're going to salt and pepper that. We're going to saute these down for 5 minutes. It's nice and softened down. We're going to turn off the heat. We're going to place this into a large bowl. We're going to add the 2 cups of cooked rice. Boop. And then we're going to add our 2.5 cups of cooked chicken that we diced up. Here's an ingredient you weren't expecting. Watered chestnuts. These are sliced and drained. It's an 8-ounce can. Oh, it'll give it a nice crunch. All right, I'm going to cut a lemon and we're going to squeeze in just a little bit. That looks good. All right, let's mix this all together. Okay, we're ready to put some creaminess to this. We've got 1 can of cream of chicken soup. This is a 10.5-ounce size. We cleaned that can. We're going to add in 1 cup of mayonnaise. Y'all, does this feel like a vintage recipe? Wait until you see us top it. There we go. We're going to add that. All right, we're going to give it a little seasoning, salt, black pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon of each, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of smokiness, smoked paprika. Throw that all in. Ooh, that's looking really good in there. It smells delicious. I'm going to grab a spoon. I'm just going to give it a try and make sure my seasonings are where I want them. Oh, wow. That's delicious. I don't think there's anything we need to do to that. Got to remember, we're still putting a topping on it. We're going to spray a 9x9 baking dish. And we're going to add the mixture to it. We're going to smooth this out. And we're going to talk about a topping that really has me believing this is a classic vintage casserole. Oh, look at that. Perfect. All right, let's set this aside and we're going to bring over what we need for the topping. It's just 3 things. In a small skillet over medium heat, we're going to melt 3 tablespoons of butter. 1, 2, and a little bit more. There we go. While that's melting, we're going to crush up in just a small Ziploc bag 1 cup of cornflakes. And once this is melted, we'll add the cornflakes. Okay, we're going to add this in, and then we're going to add in 1/2 cup of almond slices. I'm going to move these around, get these nice and toasty. And we'll do this just for a few minutes. Y'all like my spatula, my Christmas one? We're going to take the topping, we're going to place it right on top of the casserole, nice and evenly. All right, I'm just going to move it around, make sure it's nice and even on there so every scoop gets some. All right, there you go. We're going to place it in the oven that's been preheated at 350 degrees. We're going to bake this for about 30 to 35 minutes. I'm going to come back. We're going to give this a try for you. We've let it rest for just a few minutes. Ooh, vintage chicken salad casserole. I'm going to take that almond. Here's my bite. It's good, y'all. That is delicious, nice and creamy. I love that crunch with the almond and that topping that pulls a little bit of butterness to it. Ooh. We're serving ours up with some side salads. That's all it needs. All right, you guys, give me a thumbs up on this one. Make sure you comment down below what you think of my hot chicken salad casserole. Is it vintage? I'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye.